NewGenGamers.com.
You keep playing here, and I'm going to keep running my mouth. So Nintendo released that boxed up second model of the NES that looked more like a traditional video game system, I guess, and released it at a budget price. But they're rare these days because they weren't out for very many years, and by that point most people had the system.
And now they're so coveted because they are the most reliable version of the NES console.
Yeah, unless you get one of those cheap Asian knockoff ones.
Which I don't recommend.
Yeah, New Gen Gamers doesn't recommend cheap Asian knockoffs because
they are cheap Asian knockoffs.
Yeah,
they tend to break easy.
Yeah, they're not as reliable. Not that the old NESs are, but you know, it's just not as genuine. And I think aesthetically, it's just a lot more fun playing with the original system. But with those dual FCs, you can play Nintendo and Super Nintendo games in one machine, so they do have that going for them.
Yeah.
But, of course, Nintendo does not support any of these machines and does not like them being sold, but not much they can do about it these days.
Yeah, piracy is rampant.
Oh!
And I saved 2 for the castle.
So we really didn't even talk about this game, but you've seen it. You've seen almost all the way through. You haven't seen most of the levels or the great kookiness that goes along with it, such as the Tanuki suit and the frog suit.
When I say that I've just scratched the surface on this game, believe me.
Yeah,
because there's so much more you can do.
Every level's worth playing through and fun, and oh, look at you.
More trickiness.
Hey, I don't think I knew about that one. So, we wrap it up here with this, one of the best NES games, and they really upgraded the design. New suits, new powers.
It just felt fresh.
It felt fresh, even though the game design is essentially
the same
as Super Mario Brothers. And what's ironic about that is at that time everyone was trying to do platform games like Super Mario Brothers, and only Shigeru Miyamoto and Nintendo could outdo themselves with that design, and they would be the only ones who could do it again whenever they release Super Mario World, except perhaps Sonic the Hedgehog, And here's
Bowser.
Here's a familiar face to any Nintendo fan. The evil,
left or right?
nefarious Bowser. I'm gonna say left. Yeah.
I'll go with instinct.
So, this is the bastard that's caused all these problems. Get him, Ray. He stole your woman.
I think we're gonna go with this hole. It's gonna go low.
Oh! Take that, Bowser.
It's okay.
You thought you knew where he was gonna be, didn't you? But he's too fast. Too fast, Bowser.
Got him.
Oh! So long,
One
Bowser.
run through.
Your attempts to stop all that is good in the world is over. Your
Outside
reign of terror.
Suicide, did I lose?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I feel good about myself now.
So,
well,
New Gen Gamers has now documented the beating of Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, we have.
So,
check those out.
Check them all out. The others are available as Ray's Retro Reviews. If you just look up Ray's Retro Review, you'll find us. If you look up New Gen Gamers, you'll find us. If you go to newgengamers.com, you'll find us.
If you look up Console Wars of the Past, you will find us.
Yes, and anywhere else
on the front page.
You may find us in any language all around the world. So this has been a look at the Nintendo Entertainment System and a ridiculous amount of games, and we tried to pack in as much lore as we could. I think we got
a ton.
I think we got as much as we could.
And
so,
to close it out, everybody, guess all we have to say is remember your history or you're doomed to repeat it. But Nintendo seemed to have remembered their history because their newest system feels like the NES.
Yes, and ironically, not in the intonation you mean, but they are repeating their past.
Yeah.
They are doomed to repeat it, but perhaps that's a good thing in this case.
The successful part of their past.
They've learned from the bad parts of their past and are looking back on these glory days, and that's what they're cashing in on. This is bigger than it's ever been, and the system's 20 years old, so check it out. Check out the rest of our stuff and play these games, because if you haven't, then you're missing out.
Alright, folks. Later.
Alright. That was epic.
NewGenGamers.com